Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is December 19th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. And let's maximize this quarterly chart, resize this, and that's zoomed in pretty good enough. And we see green. We see the Russell. The Russell has been strong. The Russell is still above its yearly R1. That's this line right here, this green. Boom, bam. Thought I'll hit that. That's this green line right here. That's our yearly R1. We're still above that, although we got a little bit of a wick up here, got a little bit of a wick down here. So again, Russell, like I say, it is hanging out, waiting for the rest of the market so it can take on off like it's been taking off. And that's what I see here. Let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. On the monthly chart, zoom, 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 zoom. Again, we see green and it did get above an R1 level. And on these quarterly pivots, it has pushed back down, so a little buying pressure has come in. Those sellers and taking some profit and banging this thing back down. But the Russell has been one of the ones that's made all-time highs and stuff again this month, and it's just kind of like waiting to see what it's going to do by the end of the month, and that's where it's at. It's still above the 9-10 moving average, so again, it's definitely in a bull market at this time. Let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On our weekly chart, zoom, 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 zoom here. What we see here. All right, know me, I'm not the bull guy, but I mean the bear guy. But what we see here, guys, a bearish engulfing. It's bearish engulfing at the right location. This is kind of like this setup back over here, where we got a bearish engulfing in the right location, and then we ended up with a few drops. We had it before, though. We had a bearish engulfing, and it didn't follow through. Again, you have to wait on that confirmation candle. Like I had said last week, we were at a top, cross the top. It was definitely the time to actually short the market then. And we have gotten that bearish-looking pattern now where the market did drop. And the question is now, is it done? Was this just this week? Or are we going to get a confirmation candle, where this thing might continue to drop a little bit more? And we are quite a bit above pivot at this time, so it does have some room to drop down here to pivot and still give us a nice bounce, and if it wants to drop. But we got to kind of like just wait and see what's going to happen here, But the bearish picture is in play at this time, that bearish engulfing, But that's that. Let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and see what we see there and wrap this on up. I'm going to zoom in here on the daily noise. See, again, that's why I looking at the daily picture here, we did get go doing that again. We did get a nice drop, but once it got down here, down into this area right here, as you can see where it took off here and based and took off, and now it's back down here in an area where, just below an area where it based before, and just below an area where that took off at before. So again, learn to look at your candles, learn to look at your chart setups, learn to understand what's happening in the market and all. Right now, what I'm seeing here, with this green candle here on option expiration day, which this line right here represents, and we got higher highs. This market didn't want to go down here in all these last few days. The buyers kept raising that bid price each day, although that offer price didn't go that much higher. Our highs, we didn't get all the higher highs, but that bid price kept coming up. That's kind of letting me know that this market acting like it wants to turn around and start attacking these highs again. But come next week, we will be opening below pivot and all. So we got to see come Monday, will we gap up above pivot and then go higher? Or will this thing open below pivot and try to give us confirmation on that bearish looking pattern that we had on that weekly chart? So that's what we got here. That's what we see here. That's what we can be looking forward for and see what's going to happen. But that's it. That's all I really have. The Russell does have that bearish picture on that weekly chart. So be careful, be careful, be careful. But on this daily chart, we do have a green candle this Friday that may be saying that this thing is done, and we may not get confirmation of it. So we have to kind of like this wait and see what's going to happen there. But that's all I have for you today. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. This is Right Side Trader. Have a good one. Bye.